Hello students, now in this lecture we're gonna start with the type number 2, which is based on how to frame or to formulate the LPP. Okay, and in the last lecture we had completed with the type number 1, which was based on the graphical method. Now type number 2 is what you have to read and understand the question. As here clearly we can see that the question is very big, and you have to read and understand the meaning of each and every word, each and every sentence to frame the equation. And when you will frame the equation, see to that the equation will get convert into linear in equation in two variable. Yes, you all might be knowing, as sometime it will be a linear equation one variable also. And it is not that much simple like we used to do in the 10th standard. Like straight away you will get the answer, you can easily frame the equation. The statement, the framing of the statement, it is little different here. It is not like a sum of age of mother and father is 40, so directly you can say let the father be x and mother be y, so x plus y equals to 40. It is not like that. It's not that much easy also to frame the equation. So you must know the meaning of the sentence, the meaning of each and every word which is given, the meaning of rupees, the meaning of profit, the meaning of maximize, minimize, whatever it is given. Before dealing with this, you must know the meaning of particular word, so it will be easy for us to frame the equation. As in the board exam, this types of question it carries for 3 to 4 marks. As in the last lecture we saw how to plot, how to find the feasible region, and with the help of the corner point we got the answer of Z. Here, if in the board exam, if they says that you have to formulate LPP and as well as you have to draw the graph, so it is compulsory you have to frame, and you also, and then you have to draw the graph also. Again, if they provide the graph paper, you will draw the graph on the graph paper, otherwise you will draw on the paper itself only. Okay, now the first thing is what, it will take a time to read the question. Yes or no? It will take a time, too much time. It is not that much easy as I said. uh, the equations, the statements which are there in the 10th standard, it's not that much easy also. Just you will read and you will get the answer. Okay, so when you will see, as today we'll take 2 3 sums based on this. As clearly we can see that each and every sums questions are very big only. Yes or no? So first you have to read and understand the question. Okay, then you will get the idea to frame the equation. Now in the exercise there are 9 sums. In that 9 sums there are two types of sum. First, based on like this, where you will see machines, hours, okay, rupees. And the second question also you can see clearly, you can see in this full question here we have 2 rupees and rupees. When you will see the second question also, in whole and whole question you will see this 2 rupees. 2 rupees means here rupees, and here also rupees it is there mentioned. Okay, when you will see the third question also, in this whole question, okay, in this whole question, can you see rupees? No, but the rupees is replaced by the word price. Price, what is the unit of the price? It is in rupees only. Yes or no? So here we have 4.5 and here we have 3.5. So the price of food A is 4.5 and food B is 3.5. So price indicate what? Its unit will be in rupees only. So in short, I just want to say that this sum In the first exercise, there are two types of sum you will see, in which you will be dealing with a rupees price like sums, and the second, there is one more sums in the exercise where you will see the sum based on speed, distance and time. So here also we'll divide this whole exercise into two group, one based on this type. Just remember this type as there will be a 2 rupees. Okay, 2 rupees means what? Again I am saying there will be one, there will be 2 unit of rupees, like one for bulb, one for tube. Yes or no? Like here clearly you can see that 10 rupees for magazine A, 10 rupees for B, like that I'm saying. Yes or no? And the second sum, it is based on speed, distance and time. Now as I told, it is not that much easy also. Just you will read and you will frame the equation. I'm taking your too much time for explaining the things, as I know that, as this all things I'm teaching from so many years, so I know it's not that much easy to frame the equation directly. So there are some words which you have to remember before dealing with these types of sum. Okay, so let's begin with the concept first and then we'll see how to frame the equation. Now again, in the exercise there are 9 to 10 sums. Okay, we'll divide the sums into two group, one based on this rupees and second based on time, speed, distance and time, and see to it that there is only one sum in the exercise based on time, speed, distance and time, and the remaining sums, almost 8 to 9 sums out of 10, that is based on this type, rupees wala sums. Got the idea? So let's begin with the concept first. Now you must know some few words before dealing with this types of word problem, as I hope you all might be knowing about this two word, at least and minimize. Whenever you see in a word problem at least and minimize, it comes, it means, it says that it is greater than equal to. Whenever you come across at most and maximize word in the statement sum, it means it is less than equal to. Whenever you see cost, it is mentioned in the statement sum, cost, profit, cost, profit, price. For all three, what will be the unit? The units will be what? Z only. Sorry, the unit will be what? Rupees only. Cost unit will be in rupees, profit unit will be in rupees, and even price rupees, price unit will be in rupees only. Yes or no? So sometime this rupees, the unit, it will not mention in the question that rupees will replace by the word price, profit and cost. Okay, in simple language, all these three, it means it is Z. Okay, so now in the equation, here I'm showing the technique how to frame the equation now. Okay, in simple language, I will say we used to see that the sums, yes or no, like the graphical method we saw, we used to have this minimize Z, then subject to equations, yes or no. So this Z, I'm showing the technique how to frame. Whenever you see this three word, cost, profit, price, yeah, rupees, wherever you see rupees in the statement, some, see to that actually that section, that statement, from that statement you will get the value of Z equals to so and so thing, and see to that in between you will always write plus only. Why plus? Because Z indicate what? Cost, profit and price, and cost, profit and price. Okay, where for example if here I say 2x and 3y, you will find the total of these two things. Then you will get the profit, you will get the cost, you will get the price. You have to find the total. So whenever the word comes total, the symbol will be what? Plus only. And cost, profit, price, it cannot be negative. So remember, whenever you will frame z in any equation, whether the sum it is based on this type, whether the sum based on speed, distance and time, see to it that in between you will write plus only, you will not write minus. At it says that z indicate what? Cost, profit, price. Cost, profit, price, it cannot be negative, and we have to add this two number to get the answer of profit. I hope you all might be knowing, we used to add, yes or no, the corner points we used to put, we used to substitute the corner points to get the answer, yes or no. That means simple, in simple language we have to find the total of these two. So whenever the word come total, that means it indicate what will be the symbol we have to add. So remember, whenever you are framing the value of z in any question, here you will write plus. I hope you got the idea about how to frame the z. After z, you have to frame the equations. As clearly you can see that when you will frame the equation either it will be in linear equation in equation in two variable, or it will be in one variable. So that part it is known as subject to. Okay, and you have to check which z you have to find. You have to find maximize z or you have to find minimize z, that it will be mentioned in the question. Okay, so remember, at least minimize means greater than equal to, at the most maximize means less than equal to. Whenever the word comes cost, profit, price, total. Okay, so remember that actually this section, this word, it indicate what? It is a value of z, and unit for cost, price, profit, it will be in rupees. Sometime in the question the rupees it will not mention, this unit it will not mention in the question. Still the value will be what? That sentence, that statement will be what? From there you will get the value of z. In this way you have to frame the value of z. Now after that, how to frame the equation here? In equation you have to construct a box first, and in the box, in the box in the box here first you will write x and y. Okay, here this part you will write x and y only. X means what? You have to check first to which part you have to take x and to which part you have to take y. Like suppose the question it is based on bulb and tubes, so we'll take, let x indicate bulb and y indicate tube. Always you will write x and y this side, and the items you will write this side. Like suppose there are two machine which produce bulb and tubes, so let the bulb be x and the tubes be y. In the last column you will mention the requirement. What? The requirement. If it says that maximum requirement, so you will write maximum. Okay, this maximum and minimum you will come to know from the question only. It will be mentioned in the question. And suppose if it mention minimum, so here you will write minimum requirement. Okay, suppose if I replace this box by some number 2 3 20 1 4 10. Okay, now how to frame the in equation? Listen here. Suppose here the requirement is maximum, so subject to means what? The equation part. So this is what? Machine 1 contain 2 bulb, machine 1 contain 3 tubes, and its requirement is what? Maximum 20. Okay, so here from this, maximum means what? Less than equal to, as here we have 2 bulb in the machine 1, as this bulb indicate what? X, so this will be 2x. Always here you will write plus only. This indicate machine 1 contain 3 tubes, so here you write 3y, and the requirement is what? Maximum 20. Maximum 20 means what? Machine 1 contain 2 bulb and 3 tubes, but the requirement it should be less than equal to 20. This less than equal to 20 indicate what? Maximum. Suppose this maximum is replaced by minimum, so this equation will get changed, in equation will get changed, and this will replace by what? 2x plus 3y. Simply you have to replace this symbol, and this less than equal to will replace by what? Greater than equal to, because of minimize. So remember, whenever the word comes maximum, when you will frame the linear inequation, see to it that less than equal to will come. Whenever it comes minimum requirement, minimum indicate what? Greater than equal to. So when you will frame a linear inequation there, when you will frame the linear equation there, greater than equal to will come. In this way you have to frame your equation. Okay, as when you will frame the equation, it will contain less than equal to, or it will contain greater than equal to, so you will say linear inequation. Okay, so next, machine tool contain one x will be what? X only, plus machine to contain 4 tubes, so this will be 4y. As it says that maximum requirement, so here it will be greater than, sorry, maximum means less than, sorry, less than equal to, how many requirements are there? There are 10. Okay, so here we got the two linear inequation. Suppose this is replaced by, the word is replaced by minimum requirement, so this equation will be what? X plus 4y greater than equal to 10. So in this way you will frame your inequation. Got the idea? So the first step is what? You must know the meaning of this word. At least minimize means what? Greater than equal to. At most maximize means less than equal to. Suppose sometime rupees, it will not be there in the statement sum. In place of rupees it will be cost, profit and price. As we know that unit for cost, profit and price, it is rupees. From there you will get the value of z. After z you will frame your equations. Okay, when you will frame the equation, see to that machine 1 contain 2 bulb and 3 tubes, and together a requirement is what? 20. Together total, as I told just now only, so here plus symbol will come, always plus. Yes or no? Got the idea? And when you will replace the value, so when you will prepare this table, yes or no? Suppose this is that you have to frame the sorry, you have to find the answers, corner point also, feasible region also, you have to plot the graph. As clearly we can see that when you will replace the value of x by 0, here the value of y will be in positive. When you will replace the y by 0, the value of x will be positive. Here also when you will replace the value of x, when you will find the coordinate, yes or no, I am saying about the coordinate. When you will find the coordinate, clearly we can see that in both the case you will get 2 point, and both the points will be in positive. Okay, so as but the points are positive means what? It will lies, the points will lies in the first quadrant. So first quadrant means what? The value of an x and y, it will be greater than equal to 0 only. So after framing this two linear inequation, after that in the last part you will write x greater than equal to 0 and y greater than equal to 0. As I told in the previous lecture also many times, there are two, as per this there are two linear inequation, and this indicate what? This is the condition that all the values of x and y, when you will find the coordinate, it will lies where? It will lies in the first quadrant. Okay, so now we'll see the technique first. First step is what? First we'll read the question carefully. Okay, but see to that when you will read, it will take too much time. In the board exam you will not get that much time to read and just to understand and to frame the equation. So here we have one technique. The first step is what? No need of reading anything, any sentence. Just simply focus on rupees. Just you have to simply focus on the rupees in the statement sum. As here clearly we can see that where is rupees section? This sentence, yes or no? Rupees 13.5 per kg of bulb, 55 rupees per kg of tube. After this, from there you will get the idea about Z. So here we have 13.5 bulb and 55 per package of tubes. So where you will get the idea of Z, as well as to which part we have to take, let X and Y. Yes, clearly we can see that here we have rupees 13.5 per package of bulb. So here for bulb we'll take X, for tube we'll take Y. Just remember this three step. That's it. This is the technique I am saying. This is the technique in which you can frame your equation within 3 to 4 minutes. Within 3 to 4 minutes, I'm saying. If you don't know the technique, if you don't know the steps, it will take too much time to frame the equation, as that much time you don't have in the board exam. So the first step is what? Simply focus on the rupees. From there you will get the idea about Z, as well as to which part we have to take X and Y. As here clear we got the idea. To bulb will take, let the bulb be X and tube be Y. Second part is what? You have to check first the given question, it is based on maximum requirement or minimum requirement. As this first question, it is based on maximize requirement. So when you will prepare the table, when you will prepare the table here, you will write maximum requirement. Maximum means what? Just now only I told maximum means what? Less than equal to. So whatever the in equation you will prepare here, whatever the linear inequation you will prepare in two variable or one variable, it will contain less than equal to. Yes or no? Okay, so this three step you have to follow. Focus on the rupees. From there you will get the idea of about Z. So here clearly we can see that here we have 13.5 bulb, 55 per package of tube. So bulb ko will take X, tube ko will take Y. So here bulb is 13.5 and this is what? 55. Okay, 13.5 rupees and 15 the 55 rupees. So this sentence indicate what? From there you will get the value of Z. So how to frame the Z? It is very simple. Z equals to 13.5, this is X, plus we have to find the together answer, total answer, yes or no? So that's why you will write plus, and tube is what? 55 rupees, so 55 Y. So in this way you will get the answer of Z. Like this you will frame the value of Z. Understood? As here it says that you have to find the maximum requirement, so here you will write maximize. So in the final answer you have to find the maximize value of Z. Okay, always see to that X and Y will come here. Item sections, this part. Okay, suppose here we have foot 1, foot 2, 2, 3, 20, 3, 4, 40. How to frame the equation? It is very simple. This is 2, this is 3, 2 for X, 3 for Y. So 2X plus 3Y. Here you will not write equal to, as the questions it is based on in equation part. So here we have to find the maximum requirement. So here it will be what? Less than equal to 20. As from the first row we got the first linear inequation, from the second row you will get the second linear equation. 3x plus 4y less than equal to 40. So before framing the answer directly, first you have to prepare this box. With the help of this box it will be easy for us to frame the inequation. I hope you all got the idea about the concept. So let's begin with the sum now. I took too much time in explaining the things. I know that the sums are not that much easy to frame the equation directly, so that's why I took too much time for explaining. So let's begin with the sum now.